Well, there's the first grain going in these bins. Like there's only 600 bushel on the cart or something, or that I put on here. So we are harvesting just over there. Get my finger out of the way. You can see the grain cart. 2 combines are just tucked around the corner. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna place the back hopper over the auger, and Zach's just gonna run back and forth with the cart. We'll see how that works. If we can't keep up, well, we'll have to call in some backup. You know that scene in The Hangover where Bradley Cooper's character is at the payphone, picks it up, and just goes, "We f***." That's what's happening right now. Well, we messed up big time last night. I'm pissed. Should have known better. Didn't. And now we're suffering the consequences. I am notorious, as his dad, for checking the weather right when we shut down. Now, I'm pretty sure he gave me this habit, but I checked 0, literally 0, and I know it says fucking 0% chance of rain. Now, we make decisions based on the forecast, 0% chance overnight, and really, to be fair, I don't even consider it a 50% chance of rain until they say like 70%. I've had a trumped up BS excuse from somebody who said, well, it's not actually a 70% chance, it's that 70% of the area has a 100% chance of getting rain. And I say bullshit to that too, because they can't even tell you what area. I said, okay, I'm standing here, 70% of what area? Is that, you say Carlisle, is it the town of Carlisle, that particular 1 square mile? Or almost 2 square miles? Or is it a 5-mile radius around Carlisle? Is it a 30-mile radius around Carlisle? Nobody can give you a straight answer. So don't buy their bullshit when they tell you that. They don't know. So we left the auger in the bin, the brand new 30,000 bushel bin with 9,000 bushels of wheat in it, with a big ass opening. Like, they're almost 3-foot openings on these bins. And I go to bed at 11 o'clock. Again, check the forecast, see what's up for tomorrow. Nothing. All right. And that should have been a sign, because there was me going, I don't believe that. It was kind of humid, kind of tough. I didn't believe that it was a 0% chance. And I sure didn't expect 1.25 inches of rain in 10 minutes. I went to bed around, it was right before 11 o'clock, I think. There was nothing on the radar. There was no weather watches or anything forecasted for overnight. So I wake up at about 3 a.m., parched. Get up, have a glass of water, go back to bed, check my phone real quick. I don't know why I checked my phone. Usually I don't. Checked my phone. There was a couple of YouTube comments, and there was an email from something, can't remember. And I think somebody tagged me on Twitter, like a post, or X, whatever you want to call it now. All right, go back to bed. Not 45 minutes later, bang! Ooh. I wake up and all I thought was, oh shit. I bolt out of bed. I throw on a pair of sweatpants. I throw on a shirt. I don't throw socks or anything else on. I grab my slippers, of all things, ran and hopped in the truck. If you're unfamiliar, I live in town. That's only 2.5 miles from here. I had the wipers on max the whole way, and I couldn't tell you where I was. At one point, there was a flash of lightning, and I realized I was on the opposite shoulder of the highway. So that's not good. I get out here, fire things up, lift it up, run around to the back. And as I'm running between the bins, it was pouring to begin with. I was already soaked, but right here, I got just flooded. And came around here, tried to fiddle around. You can see I just kicked her wide open, let her rat's nest. I don't care. Do that. I turn around and go home. Text Dad saying, yeah, we're going to have to do something with the grain tomorrow. Have to put it on some heat or whatever. Well, he goes, yeah, I just got to the yard. I said, oh, I didn't check the balins because we had the air fans going on them. He goes, yeah, I left those open too. So those were supposed to be our durum seed for next year. They are on air. It's still 100% humidity. So we're going to have to probably give it some supplemental heat and whatnot. Let's go for a wander up the bin, see what we're working with. Well, as expected, there's a spot right in the middle. Now, that's a good thing because you want to drain the bins from the middle. Wonder if I was to plug in my little monitor thing and see what the moisture is. That a moisture cable? I don't know. Ugh. That's definitely a problem. It is like, I would guess we should be able to get that out by pulling 2 or 3 semis worth out. And then we'll throw them on a different hopper bin that, again, we can put some supplemental heat to. So, yes, it's definitely our fault for leaving the bins open overnight. And yes, it's our fault for assuming that the Weather Network had competent meteorologists or even somebody working overnight. I got back to the house dripping wet. And I wrung all my clothes out. I went and I had to strip down in the... I may as well jumped off the back of a boat. I was that wet. Dropped everything in the laundry room, came back upstairs, eventually grabbed my phone, and it was 5:10 a.m. And it says 51 minutes before that, where are you? Over here, was when they issued the severe thunderstorm warning. So that would have been 20 after 4. So that would have been 10 minutes after I left the house. Let's look at the radar. So at 5:11, at 4:26, they were saying it hadn't even hit us yet. It already had. But at 3:20, they knew it was coming. There wasn't even ever a weather watch or an advisory. So if anybody's got a preferred weather app that they really like, that is not the Weather Network and not Apple, I would really appreciate it. I use Windy for wind. It works really well. Their forecast is meh. So yeah, just looking for recommendations. Now we're gonna go see, actually kind of looks like it's raining on the hills again. I think I'm just gonna go have a coffee and let things settle down for a couple hours before I go see what kind of, if there's hail or lodging or anything else. There's some further proof that we weren't expecting rain. Now my topper doesn't go down unless you manually get out and do it. And even then, it doesn't fully cover the hopper, so there's not a lot of point to it. Dad's, the one over where there, has the hydraulic folding and sealing topper, or the hopper extensions, whatever you want to call it. He didn't put them down last night. Yeah, she got, you can see, kinked over and broken, but she's not blown right flat, which that's pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, I think we'll just have to shorten up the contour buddies a little bit. Ooh, got a hiccup there. This is interesting. Kind of same result, but different direction. Everything here is leaning to the south. Everything over there was leaning to the east. And they're only, well, it'd be the north end of this field to the south end of the other field is only half a mile. Like, there's only a quarter section in between. No, sorry. Yeah. And then it'd be a mile this way as well. But yeah, completely different wind direction. Pretty much the same result. Seeing some pretty good lean. But one of the good things is I'm not seeing, let's get off the headland here. It's leaning over, but I'm not seeing heads on the ground. Like, not broken heads anyways. It's all wind damage. Not seeing any seeds on the ground or broken off heads, which is a telltale sign that there was hail. So that's good. And get over this guy. On route. Nothing. Not seeing anything. Oh, this looks a bit rough. Must have been a moose going through here or something. But you can see right there, we got a bunch of cleavers coming in. So it does look like it's kind of, I don't know why, but it's just this west portion of the field. I might get the neighbor to spray some desiccant on it with the drone. Or I might just come down and bomb around. Just the way everything's leaning, I don't foresee it being a lot of fun with the ground rig. This was looking pretty good. Again, no signs of hail. Like, looking around, you don't see a bunch of pods on the ground. Yeah, there's the occasional one, but... And you don't see like white ones up top that have been hit and split open. Unless you're going to get down on your hands and knees, you're probably not going to find anything for seeds out here.